Good morning. My name is Anna Weimer. I am operations and marketing here at Overwatch Technologies. And today I have the fun of talking with our CEO, Doug Eckels. He is starting really something new. We've branched out in Q4, really started a new initiative, talking with channel partners, expanding other people's companies. And so I've asked him to just chat with me a little bit today about what that's looking like, how it's solving a big problem right now for guard companies, and really where this is all headed. So, Doug, good to see you this morning. Can you just kind of give us the 30,000-foot view of what is a channel partner? What is this new initiative that Overwatch has keyed up in this quarter?
Yeah, thanks, Anna. So, yeah, we made a decision leading into the fourth quarter here to extend our offering to guard companies specifically. And so, what we see out there is there's a lot of guard companies out there that are competing for business, and it's just challenging to kind of differentiate yourself. And our background experience, obviously coming from that man guarding world for better part of a decade, uh, I know how hard it is out there, and it's challenging. And so, with technology moving as quickly as it is, and AI, uh, video surveillance, and proactive video monitoring, it's just natural that it becomes a part of a tool in a guard company's tool belt to be able to offer a better solution. And so, we're excited to partner with folks. Obviously, we're looking for reputable guard companies all across the United States that kind of fit the bill, that understand that we can work together and we can offer a better solution for the client. So, yeah, we're excited.
That's awesome. I'm obviously we're a few weeks into this quarter at this point. So I guess what are the results that you're seeing? What are the conversations that you're having? And I, I guess what are some of the questions that these guard companies are bringing to you? And I guess what's the solution?
Yeah, so I think the feedback has been overwhelming, really, to find out how many people are just open to having a conversation. So, in the sales world, you never know what people's openness is going to be, and so we are just blown away with the amount of owners of these guard companies that are saying, "Hey," they're raising their hand and say, "Yeah, we want to talk about it. We want to look at this." And so, as far as some of the questions, a lot of technical stuff like how does it work,
Mhm.
how do you guys intervene so quickly, tell me about your monitoring center, what I totally understand this because I was an owner operator for 10 years, is that if you're going to put your name on something, you want to feel good about it, and you want to feel comfortable that the product that you're putting out there is going to be reputable. And so that's actually how Overwatch was born. So, quick story: we back in 2020 partnered with a company to do proactive video monitoring, and it was not a good product. And so we went out and built a better mousetrap. And so we have exited the guarding business. We've been out of that world since 23 and fully focused on providing proactive video service. And so we've done a phenomenal job. We built an incredible team. We've got a great infrastructure on the back end here. And so, yeah, so we feel like we've checked all those boxes.
That's fantastic. I know that you were talking with a number of people this week, and kind of all sizes of businesses, and kind of all
Sure.
over the place. It sounds like different cities, different needs. Um, I know that one of the things that we do specifically really, really well is the multifamily. Are you seeing some of these guard companies that are in the multifamily space that are really excited to take this into new markets?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that's interesting. And it's exciting for me because although I was in the guard industry for 15 years, we did predominantly do multifamily, but we've spoken to guard companies with 8 employees. We've spoke to guard companies with over 200 employees, and some of these folks have large municipal contracts. Hundreds of employees on sites, all the way down to the person in a small town that's just trying to figure out a better way to provide service for their clients. And so, really, it's just been a gamut of different sizes of companies, different experience levels, and I'm just excited that we have a solution that will help people. So, I know back in 2020, I was looking, for any kind of edge that I could get against my competitors to be able to offer them a better solution. And I think Overwatch is the answer for a lot of these folks.
Yeah. Like you said, build a better mousetrap. So, I
Yeah.
know that you've got a few slides that you wanted to go
Sure.
through, just kind of highlight a little bit more of the process and some of the
Sure.
financial benefits. So, I'm going to swap this just a little bit. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Can you see my screen in full size now?
I can.
Awesome. Okay. So bottom line up front is we want to, create win-win relationships for our partners, our channel partners. If you're not having success, we're not having success. So we want to make sure that you're successful, and we'll talk more about that later and how that works. But also, creating a full force multiplier. So by adding proactive video monitoring to your existing guard company, you're immediately going to be able to add value to your clients. And so that's one of the things that I've noticed as we've talked to people out there is that, these guard company owners are just, incredible humans. They've typically been, civil servants, law enforcement, military. They truly care about security and doing the right thing. And so a lot of people feel really good about bringing this offering. And like I said, they want to make sure they're partnering with a good company that also has those same values. And so, and lastly, revenue growth in this market, there's a lot of opportunity. It's growing very quickly. And so there's an opportunity to partner with us and generate some very good margins, healthy margins on any kind of, site that's out there possibly. So differentiating your clients' offerings. So, I remember being in the guard business, showing up with my flyer, and at the end of the day, we had some patrol cars, we've got some guard software, but at the end of the day, it's really hard to differentiate yourself. And so by adding proactive video monitoring, you can do that. Retention, uh, clients that have more products with you, it's just statistically shown that they're more likely to stay with you long term. And once again, getting that reoccurring monthly revenue based from your clients is a great, healthy way to grow your business. So, as we mentioned earlier, we were in the man guarding business for over 15 years. We started with a small patrol company in Colorado Springs, moved into the Denver market, and we were running a $5 million business in that market. Had a lot of success, but there was some exposures there, and COVID really brought some things to light with staffing and how challenging it was to run a business. And so we turned to technology and cameras. And so initially we started off just using Wi-Fi cameras and different things like that to be able to try to. We were basically putting band-aids on a leak in our ship and trying to figure out a way to add more guards in places. It was so hard to hire back then. But at the end of the day, we really dug into technology, and now we have, some of the best cameras out there, some of the best operating systems. Our monitoring team is just incredible. And so we've been able to solve a lot of those problems. And so we've learned a lot about what not to do, and we've made a lot of mistakes along the way. But we've got a really great product out there that we have now. So our strategy is to work alongside our partners to create win-win relationships. We don't have success till you do. And right now, our company, Overwatch Technologies, is one of the fastest growing proactive video monitoring companies in the United States. And so we're really excited. Multi-state, national growth right now, which is a lot of fun and excitement. For our guarding companies, we're right there with you. Whether it's multifamily, auto, cars, collision, warehouses, logistics, corporate security, construction sites, we have properties, and we're able to help in all those different areas. So how it really works is the technology and the cameras. There's AI built into those cameras. And Anna, you mentioned earlier, like what are some of the questions? And these are a lot of where the questions lie, is how it works. So the technology inside the cameras is driven by a chipset that has AI attached to it. And so we're looking for anomalies. We're looking for situations where people shouldn't be. So after 10 o'clock in an alley that there shouldn't be anybody in, whatever it may be, that AI is going to be programmed. It's going to immediately stream within 3 seconds to our live agents. And our live agents are sitting in front of computers just like we are here today. They're highly trained. This is what they've been doing for 5 years, is they look for crime happening. They know what nefarious activity looks like. And so they're able to make contact with those folks on the ground. You can see that camera up there to the right. It's got these nice LED lights. There's also a two-way siren hooked up to that, which is a 120 decibel siren. So we can actually make contact We can say, hey, you in the blue shirt, what's the nature of your business here tonight? How can we help you? 9 times out of 10, people are just going to be flipped out and freaked out that somebody in a camera is actually talking to them. They know they've been identified. And so that's where that deterrence comes in. If we need to, we can, if it's an active crime in progress, we can get law enforcement out there immediately. But partnering with these guard companies, this is just a great fit for your business, because right here we can work with the guard company that has the contract on this site, which is hopefully our channel partner, and we can get them out there to the site to diffuse the situation, wherever it may be. Maybe it's a transient that's not moving. Maybe it's graffiti, this, that, the other. We can get somebody out there. But most importantly, it's just preventing the crime from happening. So a lot of your old CCTV systems, closed circuit, it's a forensic system. You're going back and you're watching what happened last night. That's no longer the case. We are proactively stopping the crime from happening. It's a major difference. It's a huge differentiator. And it's really that multiplier, that force multiplier. We're actually stopping crimes on properties. And so what's exciting is we're growing with asset groups and property management groups, because they're seeing the difference in what we do, which is saving them money just on property crimes alone, property savings, as far as any kind of mischievous activity that's happening. I mean, when you own one of these large, multi-million-dollar properties, you have to have a budget for that kind of stuff, and nobody likes paying for stuff that wasn't planned for. And so we're able to stop a lot of that crime from happening. And so our product lineup, 90% of what we do is in the fixed world. So we're either taking over cameras that are already on the site, or we're adding new cameras. We have our mobile units, which are quick to deploy, and then we have some pull kits that we can get out there. So with 3 of these options, we can pretty much cover any site, any lineup out there. So how do you get paid? Well, we have a wholesale rate for our guard companies specifically, and it's based on notifications. And so if we're in a low notification area, you can see that the wholesale rate is what it is down there. If we're in a high notification area, which would be like a multifamily site, you can see the rate there. And then you have your markup. So one of the things that we're really kind of hard-nosed on and tough is that we want you to sell at MSRP as a channel partner with us. There's no undercutting us or any of the other guard companies out there. So, and we really feel like in some of our markets that you could charge more than this. This is just our suggested MSRP. And so there are some areas that you would actually charge more. So this is on our fixed site. So our mobiles are a little bit different, but let's take that guard company that we spoke to this week that has 8 employees, and they're probably doing right under $1 million in revenue. They could add an extra 20 cameras a month pretty easily just by the conversations they're having in their day-to-day business. People are calling them saying, hey, we're having issues. They go out, they do a site walk, and they're trying to decide if this is a good fit for them. So if you were to add 20 cameras a month for 5 years, you'd add roughly $1 million in revenue to your company, which is just, it's mind-blowing. And the amount of work that it takes for you as the guard owner, very minimal. So it's basically a sales referral. You refer this over to our team at Overwatch. We're going to partner with your sales team. We obviously want to educate them on how to sell proactive video monitoring, but we're basically doing most of the heavy lifting. We're helping you close the deal. We're doing the site survey. We're putting the proposal together. And then from there, our team's going to do the install, the CapEx piece of it. And then we're going to allow you to share in the reoccurring monthly revenue. So on our mobile trailers, man, they're so fluid. They every situation's different. Every contract's different. So we don't really have a pricing scale for that. But here's what we tell folks. You're going to earn between $500 to $1,000 a month per trailer placed. And that's about as good as we can do. So some of our contracts are 9 months. Some of our contracts are 2 weeks. It just depends on the site and the location. And truly, it's really about solving your client's problems and issues. And so we just want to focus on speed. And one of the things I want to talk to guard companies about is, missed opportunities and lifetime value of a client. Real quick story, back in the old days, we got a call at 5 o'clock from a construction company. They said, hey, can you get a guard out here? Of course, I looked at the operations team and they're like, no, we're tapped out. We ain't got nobody over the weekend. Well, what do? Myself and the operations team throw on the uniform. We go out there and we solve that client's issue. We're out there all weekend. We're providing guard service. And that turned into a multi-million-dollar contract because the foreman that we were working for just took, notice of our attentiveness, our ability to get out there and solve his problem. And that's really what people want, is they want you to help them solve their problem. They don't want to be Saturday night, 2 a.m., worried about, whether their equipment's going to be stolen. So with these trailers, as a guard company owner, you should be able to solve a lot of people's problems and getting these trailers out there. So these operate on LTE. They've got solar. They've got a gas powered generator. We got 2 to 3 cameras on there. We can cover a lot of ground with these guys, and so pretty neat, pretty fun that we can offer these trailers. I know a lot of guard companies see these trailers out there, at your Home Depot parking lots, your King Super parking lots, and think, man, I'd like to have one of those. They're very expensive, but man, join our network, and you essentially basically have a fleet of trailers that you can deploy, and you can now offer a trailer, which is pretty exciting. Our operations center is state of the art. We've got live agents there that speak perfect English, that are prepared. Our team just does an incredible job. And so one of the things that guard companies also ask is, how do you do it? Well, that's kind of our secret sauce. But we have a ratio of agents to cameras. And so we prefer to stick with a lower camera count for our agents so that they can do a great job. We're in a market where we can hire and attract really great team and people. And so we've been able to have a lot of success. And so our team does a phenomenal job of deterring crime, making contact with guards out there, making sure that we're, taking care of folks. I don't know what I did here. I pushed a button here. I don't know if I can get off that, but it's not really wanting to work with me here. One of the ways that we're able to contact with your team, boots on the ground as a guard company, is through Zello. So our SOC has a full Zello communication process. And so we can realistically speak to your guards on the ground, which for me, this is a huge safety thing. So if I've got a guard and they're deploying to a site, they don't know what they're walking into. You can see down at the bottom right, there's a guy, maybe he's acting hostile, he's on drugs, he's not up to no good. Our team can actually keep an eye on your patrol officer showing up to that site, making sure he's safe, making sure that you're walking into a good environment versus a bad environment. So we work with guard companies, with their dispatch teams, and we're able to communicate in real time, which is huge, and let them know exactly what's going on their site. So how do we, we support you? Number one, we bring you into the 2025 with the world of AI, proactive video monitoring. We're able to help you create monthly reoccurring revenue. You're going to have access to our live agents and our team. And we're also going to work with you on, how to sell proactive video monitoring, authorized partner status. We're going to share our marketing toolbox with you. And we have a weekly training and support call. It's really a sales call to help you go through and look at, what are potential opportunities and how can we better help you get those closed. And so we do that every Thursday. We have a predetermined time that we ask our partners to join us, and we hope that we're talking about a lot of success on that call. So we'll have a lot of people working with us that are kind of doing the same thing. So that's exciting. Here's kind of what a camera map looks like. So our team, we have a team of sales engineers that work on internally that can help you put together a deal. So if you're talking to a customer and a client, you're like, hey, how do we do that? We do that very good. We do it very professionally. And so we're able to do 90% of all this virtually. And so we're able to pull up the camera map, the building plans, and take a look at the site. And so this can be done very quickly and efficiently. So that's exciting. So if you're looking for ways to, stand out, serve your clients more effectively, and scale your revenue, check us out. Think about it. Look at Overwatch and what we do. One of the best tools that we have to share with our guarding companies and our end clients is our YouTube channel. We've got, hundreds, if not thousands of videos now that show stops, that show interviews from property management groups. But man, just how effective Overwatch is and what it can do to for an end client. And you'll see by checking out a few of our videos why we're growing so quickly and what the opportunities are. So for someone to get started with this, here's basically what it looks like. We've got an admin drill. We want to make sure that we're partnering with the right people. So we have a background check, licensing check. We want to make sure that the people that we're working with obviously are following the rules. There's some admin on our side. We want to get you some marketing materials, but probably most importantly is we want to spend time with your team and your sales team and make sure that everybody is fully understanding of what you just put in your tool belt. And so we'll schedule a half a day sales training for your team. And so we'd prefer to do this in person, but we can do it virtually if needed. But we want to come out, meet your team, get boots on the ground, set kneecap to kneecap, and talk about some options for you and how to identify opportunities in proactive video monitoring. And then from there, we want you to jump on our weekly sales and opportunities call. And so from there, we'll discuss these issues and how we can create solutions for you. So there is a $395 admin fee to join and come on board with us as a partner. And so we feel like that's an incredible opportunity to partner with Overwatch and get rolling. So next steps are, to complete your application, schedule your training day, plug into our sales training. And we also have some quarterly and annual events for our channel partners, which are just, a ton of fun and just really exciting. And so, Anna, that's what it looks like to become a channel partner with Overwatch and the process and kind of how we go from A to Z.
Fantastic. Well, and it's one of those things as you were going through that. I mean, I was even learning some stuff. Obviously, I'm not on the sales side of things, so I'm just doing more on the operations and marketing. When you were talking about just the way that the partnership between us and the boots on the ground guards goes, I actually created a video yesterday that shows this. There's somebody walks in. Our agents follow them through the property. They head towards the mailroom. They're picking up basically all the loose packages they can. They book it out of there. We've got conversation with the guard starting immediately, and he's actually able to chase that guy down, retrieve the packages, get them back to the
Awesome.
mailroom. So it's one of
Awesome.
those kinds of things where I think every now and then if you're looking at the landscape, it's like, well, how is this actually effective? I mean, we've obviously now got hundreds of videos showing that. But
Yeah,
yeah, that one in particular really felt like it was, appropriate for this sort of
sure.
conversation where it's like, yeah, I mean, we're doing this and we've got the video evidence showing, the timeliness of that response. So
Yeah.
cool beans.
Well, I
Yes.
know
Okay.
as a owner, guard company owner, I mean, I had 87 employees when we exited our business. And so, that was a prayer I said every night was just keep everybody safe tonight. I mean, it was
Ah,
just concerning. And so I feel really good about the solution. We're kind of the eyes in the sky now. We're able to oversee folks on sites that have, an Overwatch system. And so I feel really good about that. Our guard company partners, they could sleep better at night knowing that someone else out there has got an eye on their guards and, offering a better solution potentially.
exactly. All right. I think that's going to about do it, but appreciate your time today. I'm sure I'll talk
Sure.
to you soon.
All right. Yeah, so if anybody has interest in partnering with Overwatch and learning more about our channel partner, we just encourage you guys to reach out, get on our schedule, our calendar. David Ellis is our channel partner manager. Um, David at Overwatch.live. You can send him a quick message and jump on his schedule, and then our team will work with you to try to get you educated and understand this opportunity fully. And yeah, we'll just take it from there and look forward to talking to some great people.
Perfect. I'll drop all of that information for scheduling below. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All
Thanks.
right. Thanks, Anna.